levitate away. Yeah, ooh, rich in the mind, rich in the soul. I be flowing like the rappers of the old. No, baby mama's knowing it, I'm just crazy out there. You know, no, no. Focus on my time, focus on the light, can't distract myself. Oh no, no, no. There's no flag, I can't run it back. So I just take a step back, appreciate the times, enjoy the music, get missing the vibe, get a small high, and I throw it all away. Avoid all the drugs and levitate away. Going crazy over you, and you know I can't stop working too. But I'm going crazy over you. But I'm going crazy over you. Shooting like I'm swagging pit, working hard and you gon' see. Jamie Foxx gon' put me on his couch, that's my reality. Call me crazy, I don't care. Educated for you say. Glow up in this fiction, you gon' say I knew him in school. Take a step back, appreciate the times, enjoy the music, get missing the vibe, get a small high, and I throw it all away. Avoid all the drugs and levitate away. Going crazy, going crazy over you, yeah. Going crazy over you, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hey, y'all, this is Trent Knox with the Trent Knox Show. And I was supposed to have a guest today, but they had to cancel because they had a scheduling conflict. And so let's see. I want to pump this up a little bit. All right. So today, since I don't have my guests, I guess I'll talk about disappointment and unprofessionalism, or lack of professionalism, uh, abandonment, and just all around just disrespect and having no respect for people and their time, and the amount of effort someone is going to be willing to um, put into your content or your brand or whatever it may be, and there's no mutual respect. I think I talked about this before, on previous podcasts where you work with people and you invest your time and effort into helping them with their projects, but they they just don't reciprocate that effort, that time and effort, and it just you want to continually, they do it again and again and again and again, and it doesn't matter who we're talking about. And I hear y'all saying that that's just one circumstance, but it's everyone. Everyone keeps doing that. Everyone is continually looking, not thinking about other people. They put themselves before others, you know, and there's the argument that when you go and you do for yourself because they screwed you over, that you're doing for yourself in opposition, but it's not the case in this situation. um, I, I was I was potentially giving a guest another platform to express their content creation um, beliefs and where they're going, their journey, and they chose to flake off and go in a different direction, and that not even go in a different direction, but make mistake after mistake after mistake and never fully commit to the craft. You know, they they're just sometimes it's aggravating. hold on, give me a second, and then I'll get into another topic. This one just seems to be really pressing on my mind. This individual continues to flake out on me, time and time again, and you know, consistently is asking for more in return than what he gives me. Um, I I provide him with plenty of opportunities, and every single opportunity that he provides me um, falls short of either coming to fruition or providing a valuable piece of content to be platformed for me. Um, but I am constantly providing him with exponentially large steps to for him to grow to the next level in content creation. I'm essentially building his platform for him, while he is for him as an ecosystem. Now, as an individual, he is getting these individual tasks um, to perform himself. But for building a company, he's not there. Um, anyway, let's move on from that. Yesterday, I spoke with Chris Grassel of Landfest and DreamHack, um, and it was an amazing conversation that we had about the ecosystem or environment of esports in Austin, Texas, as well as the future scene of esports globally, almost only globally, and we talked about the which direction esports is going to be going in, and whether it's going to be going towards the more um, community based tournaments or more of franchised system, as we see in Overwatch and Riot, League of Legends, in NBA 2K, Madden, with the franchising and incorporating it into their current ecosystem and having uh, different franchise teams involved in their esports scene. Whereas like something like Dota 2 or PUBG or uh, game other games along the lines that are more community focused, they're gonna be more opportunity to have tournaments, um, and that's gonna be an advantageous uh, s- difference between them and franchise, because franchise is going to be limited to the only where you can gain uh, accolades that will benefit you in the long run toward the championship of that franchise. And that was extremely interesting to speak with him on. Um, as well as the history behind Landfest and how it's providing, the community of gamers, well, kind of around the world, or well, at least nationally, an opportunity to come together and play games, PC games or whatnot, together, and really build a community around LAN tournaments and whatnot. It's 47-hour um, event, and it runs all night long. And one of the benefits, I guess, of this festival that I haven't seen in many others is that it provides food, drink, water, because it's in a commercial building with a cafeteria and everything, and then some quarters to rest in with space enough for a sleeping bag or at least a cot or something like that. And let's see what else is going on. Um, so this weekend is going to be Anime Austin and Classic Game Fest. I really am anticipating to see Anime Austin. It's the longest running anime festival in Austin. I'll be able to, I think, attend Friday, and then Saturday I'll be going to Classic Game Fest, and Sunday I'm not exactly sure whether I'll go to Austin or if I'll go to Classic Game Fest, depending upon what I'm most entertained by. I'll go to that on the last day. Potentially, if the I don't want to leak that because I don't want it to not come true and then be stuck in a situation where I have to explain myself. Um, I was extremely impressed by OkashiCon and how that went. The production team behind OkashiCon was A1. It was very good, and I can't I can already see that they're putting together next year's festival, and they've got a lot of things during the off season to put that festival together. They're doing a lot of separate events on the way on wow till the next event through the Alamo, and it should be really cool. Um, let's see what else is on my mind. Um, Yesterday when I was recording the show with Chris Grassel on the Austin Live and Local podcast, um, I had to go to the library because my house was having a new roof put on it, and I while I was at the library, I was really felt like I was kind of going to back to university, and I realized how much I I was unprepared at the time that I went to university to go to university. My mental headspace was in a way different place than it is today. I think that at the time I wasn't able to see opportunity at the same way that I am seeing it today, and I'm sure what is going on today, I'm not able to see opportunity that that I that you know, I'm not seeing today. I almost can't even speak on it because there's opportunity that I'm not taking advantage of at this moment that I'm not able to perceive. And while I was in university, I felt that was the case, that I always felt that I was antisocial, and that I never saw anybody to interact with. I was felt out of the loop. I felt like I was going to class and that's it, and I would go from class to back to my house. Some of that was vulnerability. I felt like I was in a place that was foreign to me, and it was that I because I did attend the University of Hawaii, um, and I was living in Hawaii at the time, and but even when I was going to Texas State for my freshman semester, I felt like there was. I'm looking back and I'm thinking, wow, there was a lot of opportunity back then. I was doing some things. I was, live broadcasting, uploading to YouTube, but at the time, my family was very anti social media, and I remember being told that putting videos on YouTube is a bad reflection of the family. Posting on Facebook was a bad reflection of the family. Posting on Twitter was you better watch out who's watching this. Well, I think that everybody's been shocked by the plethora of data since then that's been posted on these social media channels, and I really resent the fact that they stopped me, a very naive, immature, young individual at this age of 17, 18, from building what could have been a very successful, prosperous, um, media presence. And maybe at the time they were ignorant of the financial and monetary gains that you could receive from being a social media presence online. However, it's quite disappointing. Um, but what I was saying is that I wish I had known better what opportunities I could have taken advantage of while I was in university, and I could have been more social, as far as business goes, and I could have built a very strong community of content creators and individuals who are interested in building something for themselves. Um, and a lot of it was the language that was being used. Um, I had a conversation with my aunt about my cousin as she's working to go to college. But more pressing than that is my brother. He's in his final semester of his senior year, in high school, and on his way to going to the university, and beginning his freshman year of college. And he is socially detached from the world, both analog and digitally, um, from my perspective. Now, from his perspective, maybe he isn't voicing it. However, he may have a large following, potentially online if he chooses to communicate with people online. However, he is opposed to social media, opposed to community-based chat forums. He reads a lot of, not books or magazines or anything like that. He reads a lot of text-based games. He reads. He plays a lot of role-playing games, um, on the computer. A lot of sideswipe games. Um, so he's really disconnected from the social aspect of playing games, and then he's disconnected from the outside world from playing traditional sports or anything like that. He's been forced to. He's not been forced, but un. He's been not conditioned to appropriately perform outside of the house. He is, uh, the best way to explain it would be, and he's really into anime. Is he is the otaku culture, in which reserved, and confined within the presence of a niche reality. And we'll see how he develops. He has absolutely no direction as far as the university is concerned. He's got no idea of what he is going to go and study. Um, and he's been, he's flavoring the idea of going for horticulture, but if you ask him why, he has no why. He has no distinct reason to go for horticulture. But this may be because, like I said again, he's not social and he doesn't understand the ecosystem of the university. I use the ecosystem again because the best way to explain where when you are outside of your filter and what is coming in, this is a different filter where people are working on different different studies or um, trains of thought, and you have to interact with these individuals or groups, and, and be polite and understanding and cooperative in collaboration and working with them. So I look forward to seeing what happens with him. I'm going to his graduation here in August. We're gonna see him graduate online. I guess I have no idea how that's gonna go. It's kind of funny. It's kind of a funny situation since he's not technically graduating from any uh, formal school. He's homeschooled, been doing all of his testing online, state testing and everything, and we will definitely see what comes of it, and see if he can take that to the next level and perform extremely well as an adult. We will have to see, and I'll definitely try and keep you guys updated as far as how this shenanigans gonna go. Um, I'm I'm kind of just bored at this point. There's not really um, there's not a really good. There's nothing really exciting me. Um, you know, videos online don't excite me. Um, Podcasts they don't excite me. I mean, the reason why it's not exciting me is because it's not entertaining enough. Um, I'm I'm a very like monotone or kind of I don't know critical person. So when when I see something, I understand fun and I understand the happiness that comes from it. It's difficult when you only get once a week, maybe 3 times a week of this kind of content that makes you happy and makes you have fun and makes you feel like you're connected and with the content creator and the community and it really empowers you to go and do things yourself and have fun. Um, and recently I'm just really bored. I've been, trying to get watch people like Joe Rogan, Gary V, Ice Poseidon, um, Adam 22, DJ Academics. I try to keep up with these people, but they don't. DJ Academics is losing his presence on YouTube because I don't know where his videos are going. Uh, I He's got like 6 or 7 different channels, so you can't tell which one's gonna have the best content. And it just mind-boggling how this world is just becoming more and more difficult to find something that is routine and structured. Um, and these YouTube Red original series or YouTube originals are just they're terrible. They're just like I hate this. Why are you putting these things out and they're corny and they're like made for TV and you're like, come on, put some put some development in this. It could be so good, and it's not. And and Netflix is so bad. Netflix is so bad. It's like there's nothing valuable on that platform. I tried to watch The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, and I was just like digging my eyes out from how boring it is. It's boring, and the main actress is so ugly. It's like, why? This is depressing me. And even talking and explaining how depressing these things are depresses me even more. It's like, please give us some valuable content. Really, someone go out there and do it and make it essentially the best thing ever. And it has to do with the fact that the people who are willing to invest money, these executive producers, are not putting their financial means in good producers and good directors. They're putting it in these socially connected directors that just are driving me crazy, because the executive directors see it as that they can manipulate these directors into spending it makes my head just want to explode, because there's just so many independent filmmakers out there. There's a plethora of independent filmmakers out there that could do way better than anything you see on TV. The If you just mixed a couple of the different types of directors and producers from, sorry about the hiccups, from the from the graphic design, After Effects world of music videos, hip hop, and all that, with the content creators and narrative filmmakers from the film festivals and Vimeo, and you just smashed them together and made them make a project, it would be so good. But they continue to put money behind people like Jerry Bruckheimer, old as fuck, put money behind Steven Spielberg, old as fucking disconnected from the fucking reality that we live in as the youth. The youth isn't going to be watching these bullshit blockbuster trash movies. I barely went and saw Ant-Man, and if I was honest, critical, it was a 25% Rotten Tomatoes. I was not shocked by anything. I wasn't entertained more than a haha. That was funny. Haha. This really bothers me. I'm not entertained. I'm not. And then they keep putting this fucking political mantra of fucking nonsense, this LGBTQ nonsense that I don't care about at all. And every single thing that I fucking see, they put this fucking bullshit in there because they know it'll incite people and make people fucking disgusted. And oh man, I just want to tell them to fucking fuck off a little bit. Fuck off. Stop getting in my face with this nonsense. I don't give a shit. You go live your shitty ass LGBTQ life somewhere else. You know? And these social justice warriors that need to just find somewhere else to be. Just be somewhere else, because we are this place that we live in is small, is very, 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 very tight. You guys can make your own reality somewhere else. You There's a whole Eastern Europe, there's a whole Western Asia, there's a whole other place to be. Go somewhere else. We the United States was not built on these type of built by these people, and they want to come in and just take it over. They want to just squat on the United States and take a shit, basically. How is a country supposed to be supporting itself if all these people are constantly bickering, and there's no agreement on that? A woman's a woman, a man's a man, and sometimes biologically there's an accident in which there's a birth defect in which they have man and woman anatomy, and those are the three things that can occur. There is no other. There's no they, there's no them. It is male, female, and hermaphrodite. That's it. There's nothing else. They call this in between a birth defect in medical terms. So if the LGBTQ community and the non-binary SJWs were really interested in changing the rhetoric and the way that the society is, and not just being trolls and causing violence and inciting protests and doing all this, they would go after the medical community, not the political atmosphere, but they would be protesting large hospitals and physicians that are diagnosing people as a certain gender without the public awareness of what they are. We're not talking about, because I'm not honestly talking about LGBTQ. Now, T is a little bit strange because it's transsexual and it's people modifying their bodies, genetically modifying their bodies, which is ironically odd considering everyone's protesting genetically modified organisms and pesticides being used on our food. But it's okay if you want to be a transsexual. Same sort of genetically modification. Because you're changing the construct or the construction of an organism. Agitating, aggravating, still bored, out of my eyeballs. That is aggravating, and that's not entertaining. Aggravating is not entertaining. And the continual, just perpetual bullshit that they throw at us, and that they cannot fix their algorithms to where if you decide to block a user on social media, their content and anything, their content should be removed from the atmosphere in which that reality you live in exists. So, and this is for whoever, was blocking me as well. For them blocking me because they don't like my rhetoric, they should be able to block me, and any video, any audio, anything should be blocked on that platform. Now you're going to be required to go on every platform and opt in to blocking that user from your observation through that platform. But at least YouTube could allow you to block a channel, and when you block that channel, it doesn't come up in the autoplay, it doesn't come up in recommendations, it automatically unsubscribes you from that particular channel. If that channel, you dislike it, you dislike that their direction, you dislike their ethics, their values, or something like that, you block it. It bans it site wide, so you don't see it ever again. So let's say you hate Fox News, block Fox News, and it bans it site wide. That's the way that it should be. Why isn't it that way? And it should automatically unsubscribe from you, automatically unsubscribe, and automatically take off notifications. And then there should be a block list in which if you block them and maybe down the road someone mentions to you that there's a video out there that you should watch, they send it to you in a different channel, you observe it privately, and you're like, maybe they've changed their direction. Maybe we can include them a little bit more into your personal, not society or community uh but you make your own personal decisions. You don't. No one influences whether um, that particular thing is bad for everyone, and because one person decides that it's bad for everyone, that it's banned site wide. It should be an individual's choice whether to block and ban something site wide from their personal experience, not from everyone's personal experience. I'm sorry if I'm getting turned up, because I'm getting turned up about these things, because I had a situation this morning that went south with the guests not showing up. So now I've got all of these other things that I'm venting about and getting them off of my chest, because it's aggravating. No one is out there, at least in my community, whether it's Austin, Texas, or the surrounding community. There's not an individual out there promoting individualism. They're they're all promoting this fascism, socialism, blah 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 bullshit, but not promoting entrepreneurship and uh someone out there going and getting their own and communicating individually with others instead of a large community. You know, the problem is that when you do communicate with individuals individually, there can be a personal discourse that causes uh, exponentially terrible things to happen individually, and that one party may not reciprocate the value monetarily or content wise to what you're providing. And in a community at large, there's a larger base of people trying to garner attention from the content creator, and 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 reciprocating small thank yous for the content back to them through monetary gains or through comments or through likes or whatever. And if it's a large community, that's okay. But oh man, it's ridiculous how there's um, no one's promoting everyone, or saying that individualism, get your own, do your own thing, don't take from other people, just go out there and get it on your own, do it on your own, bop 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 bop, and you will, or you may not succeed at doing that, but at least you tried, at least you went out there and you tried to make your own, and not mooch or take from other people along the way. I You know what? It's it is a reality that I am going through these concepts, and honestly I'm speaking to myself because I'm not perfect. I'm constantly fighting and battling within myself of what's right and what's wrong, because things that I grew up with when I was younger as wrong have been um, have been not widely adopted as right, but more proportionately right than wrong. And so I'm constantly fighting this battle of, well, do I go with the crowd, or do I stick to my ancestral right and wrong, or what do I do when I see something like the way that marijuana has become this culturally accepted uh, drug in community, and now there's big business surrounding cannabis and a bunch of money coming in, and the next thing's cocaine, and the next thing after that is acid and LSD and heroin and all these other drugs that have been um, criminalized by the society at large for years in the war on drugs. But now we're just allowing this to be smoked by children because it's more widely accessible, and how allowing everybody their say on whether it should be right or wrong, and the government isn't oppressing the drug lords and the drug dealers and the people who are purposely trying to hurt the community and purposefully throwing pesticides all over the plants so that it hurts people's um, internal organs. But we're it's just kid kids are smoking the weed easier. When I was young and smoking weed, it was extremely difficult to get quality quality marijuana, but you had to get it from Mexico from time to time, in dirt clumps with sticks and seeds in it, and it was compressed and packed like a Rice Krispie treat. And fuck, it's just aggravating how uh, the establishment is just saying things blanketly and not actually giving off anything with the value. Well, anyway, that's it. I gotta take a phone call, so give me a moment, and then I'll come off. Sorry about that. I got a wrong number, and you know, accidents happen. I see that mantra coming, and that you should forgive people and just go on. But they didn't forgive Jesus. They crucified Jesus. Um, and whether you believe in the esoteric nature of Jesus, there's a fact that a man and crucifism, crucifism, crucifying people was the case in ancient history, and those people were not forgiven. They were thrown on a stake, and there was not the discourse that we have today uh, in politics, the Roman Empire and those things. The politics comes from the Roman Empire, politic polites or something like that. I don't remember, but it's you at some certain point in time you gotta cut ties, and I think it's important that we do evaluate and we give chances. There should be three strikes. One strike, ah man, you did me wrong one time. Two strikes, ah, you did me wrong two times. Three strikes, you're out. However, if you provide me with more value than the three strikes that you just gave me, that I just gave you, then then I may incorporate you back into the system, and that needs to be valued. That needs to be valued universally, instead of the system that we have today. And I know, I know, I gotta cut it short. I gotta. I gotta go. I'm way too heated, and I could continue and I could continue. and I could keep going about the prison industrial complex, um, and the military industrial complex, and I could keep going on these subjects, but they're gonna have to be held for another day. I'm 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 extremely aggravated right now with the circumstances of this episode, considering that it was planned 3 days ago that I would have this guest on the show, and I'm being polite enough not to tell them who I'm say on this podcast, this solo episode, who that was, but they should very well know my opinion and my feelings on this, and that it is personal because I am building a network and a community in which the value that I give them is personal to me. Is is that if I choose to book you on this show, that means I think you're valuable enough for my viewership to hear what you have to say. And I honestly don't want to, throw him under the bus, but I want him to succeed. And he's the type of person that says he wants someone to succeed, but does not give the time of day to commit and be the person to help someone succeed. Give motivation to people. I'm telling you, our world does not need any more negativity. And maybe that person that is not providing or helping other people needs to acknowledge that they are not providing positivity or motivation. And now I'm hearing what people are saying is that, oh, you sound like your ego is getting to the top. No, what I'm saying is kill the ego. Kill the ego. Let that die and do something. You know what I mean? I'm providing for people. I gave him the opportunity to grow on my platforms, which were much larger than his, exponentially larger than his, but he's not willing to take advantage of the situation. When not only not take advantage, but he's taking advantage of me participating with his community and building his community while not reciprocating this small niche community that he may have. I'm asking and I'm giving him the opportunity to grow to another level, yet he just wants to sit on a fucking uh, high horse over there and stay within his old thing while I'm bringing all these new things in. And it's the old white man mentality, and I have the old white man mentality as well. But I'm doing the best I can to grow out of that and make something more more acceptable globally than there current is, because there currently is sorry current is I'm having a tough time getting these, because these concepts are just not the way that society is working, and we gotta fix this. We have to fix this before we kill ourselves, before our society goes to crumbles. And there needs to be a diversification, because our media isn't matching up with our politics, and our politics isn't matching up with our media. And we need this. We can't have corporations or families or animals or whatever um, being the determining factor that that makes our society stray one way or the other. It needs to be a a system in which there is a validation from every individual rather than a community at large. And we're now talking about politics and so many different things, and like, oh man, I'm getting there on all these subjects, but it's much easier with a guest, and there can be a discourse and things that I'm not saying maybe that person will say, and maybe that's what I'm having a problem with, is because the opportunity is there for the both of us to to argue and come to a conclusion and get things, get, maybe I'm not saying the thing that he may say, and then it sparks something in my mind to say this, and he wasn't thinking that, and then we can just keep going, and in the end we discuss it, and we have a discussion in the chat and the comments, and we say things that we may come to a new way of thinking about a subject. But right now there just isn't there, and I'm sorry to my viewership. I'm extremely sorry that this had to be another solo episode again. But that being said, I did just provide you guys with an amazing episode over on the Austin Live and Local channel, with Chris Grassel of Landfest Austin 2018. And this is niche, and I understand that the niche content isn't necessarily always the most widely accepted, because Joe Rogan is king and he's up there on top of the podcast charts all day every day. And business is something that's up there all day every day, and I really wanted to provide you with a good business talk with this individual, but he's just not there. He's not mentally able to just get on and go. He's a sucker, and now I'm talking shit. He's and I bet you he's too pussy to do it, and then just send it to me, and then I listen to it, or set up the situation for himself, and I come on his show, but he's too pussy to do his own show. So he's I'm just gonna be waiting till I can get this content from him, because he's a sucker and he doesn't want to just take care of business and get it done like I am, and just go out there and do what you got to do to make it happen. He's he says, "Oh, let's reschedule," but that's not it. That's not what it is, because I scheduled this, and it was supposed to happen right now, and we agreed on it, and it was agreed upon. Now he's gonna have to provide more value than just coming on the show. So it is what it is, and you know what? I will be having another episode of the Trent Knox show coming on the air next week. I should be having an interview with Brian, um, about the direction of everything. Oh, I kind of just leaked it. I kind of hinted at who was supposed to be the guest this week, but it's not Brian. That's not who was supposed to be the guest today. If anybody was was interested, and if it was Brian, it wasn't Brian. Brian and I are personally on the same page, business wise. We're just doing different things now, and I wish Brian all the success. And I really shout out to Brian Kern, the Common Chaos podcast, and Working Class Violence with that dude Assad, or whatever his name is. I don't know. Anyway, that both those shows are doing phenomenally. I definitely like the fact that he and Assad are doing the weigh-ins, and then the fight nights, and then also doing the UFC classic structure, or whatever it is. Um, and that's a really good podcast. You should go out there and check Working Class Violence. And the Common Chaos podcast is its personal, kind of like this podcast. And yeah, I definitely want you guys to go check that out. I definitely recommend, if you're in the Austin area, to attend Austin events. They're awesome events. Austin events are awesome events. Um, yeah, and I can't wait till the next episode that comes out for this podcast. It should be a pretty dope one. And on the outro, I'm going to play a song by Krish. The episode that came in was a song by Krish. and that was Going Crazy. And then I'm going to play this song because it is like a very interesting song title for how I'm feeling right now, and it's perfect for the outro. It's Some Type of Way by Krish, local artist. If you go on the Austin Live on the local channel, you can see an interview that we did with him. His real name is pretty dope. It's Goku, and yeah, give him a like, give him a follow. He's on SoundCloud. It's KRISH. Go check him out. All right, y'all. I'll catch up with you on the next one. Peace.
Feeling some type of way, some type of way. I just wanted you. I'm feeling some type of way about you. I just wanted you, and you know I can't stop it now. I just wanted you. I'm feeling some type of way about you. I just wanted you, wanted you. I can't drop it. I know I want it. I can't drop it. You know I want it. I can't drop it. I know I want it. I can't drop it. You just saw me over here, girl, looking at you. Hiding my feelings inside. I scrolled up the chains to talk to you, and I know it. I showed it, baby girl, I changed since then. I got the confidence to talk to you now. The same guy, couple years since then. I just know I wanted to, wanted. I just wanted you. I'm feeling some type of way about you. I just wanted you, and you know I can't stop it now. I just wanted you. I'm feeling some type of way about you. I just wanted you, wanted you. Thinking all the time, girl, you know I get it. Used to be a different guy, so wicked, but just know I grew a lot in a short time. I don't have the same vices all up in my mind. Baby, please, just know I got goals, no bullshit, nah, but please, let's talk about it, promise no commitment. Change your mind real quick, show you my vision. I just wanted you, I'm feeling some type of way about you. I just wanted you, and you know I can't stop it now. I just wanted you, I'm feeling some type of way about you. I just wanted you, wanted you. I can't drop it. I know I want it. I can't drop it. You know I want it. I can't drop it. I know I want it. I can't drop it. You just saw me over here.
All right, y'all. Take it easy.